All my kings, queens, princes, and princesses, you're now officially dropping jewels with Julien Virgin. I am your host, Julien Virgin. We're on Dropping Jewels is real people having real conversations about real issues that we all face on a day to day. But me taking that jewel from the conversation and giving it back to you in an interesting yet a captivating way. Happy Tuesday, per usual. We're back. This is 4 weeks straight, 5 weeks straight. I told you consistency is key with this new platform, this new way of us doing Dropping Jewels, man. And on today's show, I'm gonna be joined by a new friend of mine, a brother that I really respect. His name is Idris French. We're gonna talk about his career, where he's headed, where he started from, where he's going, a couple ideas in between that, how that journey's been going. You're really gonna appreciate this young man that I'm bringing on today because he's a good soul. Not even a good soul. He's a great soul. He's a great person. Somebody that I like to be around, and it's definitely somebody that you would like to hear from. Let's get into the week. This past week, November 30th to December 7th. You know what? Real talk. I feel like I'm in a season right now in my life that has been stretching me in ways I've never been stretched before. And it's a good thing. It's tough being stretched like this, but at the end of the day, I know I'm building up my armor for the real fight. You know, I'm a huge mixed martial arts fan, and you know these guys they train, they beat themselves up. You know, they get beat up by their teammates just so they can be prepared for that big fight that they go out to. And you know what? Like this is the time of my life where I'm just being prepped for a bigger fight, and I feel that, and it's tough. That preparation is tough, but I know it's all gonna work out. And so today I wanted to talk about. I think the word of wisdom that we were going to talk about and hit on today was composure. It's keeping your composure when things aren't necessarily going your way or where life is throwing its best haymaker at you. So I look forward to talking to my man Idris about composure. But it's going to be a great show. And this week it's been cool. I've been really focused and locked in on finishing, completing my Panama Poppy piece. I went to Panama at the end of July for my birthday, solo dolo by myself, and I filmed everything. And me just finishing this project so I could put it out has been it's been a true challenge for me because I'm not the editing type, and I'm about 20 minutes into this project, and it's like it's tough to finish, but I have to push through that feeling so I can finish and get it out to everybody. Not just to everybody, get it out for myself and just put it out into the universe so it can be consumed. And the goal is to get that out before the start of the new year. So 2022, when 2022 drops, the Panama Poppy piece will be out. So I've been working really diligently with that. Had some fights this weekend. NFC Fight Night 141 came, saw, conquered. Great night of fights. Shout out to my boy Christian Turner. Won the NFC lightweight belt, knocked out Dominic Colangelo with a mean left hand. It was vicious. And I had an opportunity to talk to him after the fight. Hopefully I'll have that up on YouTube here soon. You can hear what that young man had to say following his huge performance. But again, I'm very, very passionate about martial arts, especially mixed martial arts. And I'm passionate about talking to the people about real things. So, yeah, that's what I have going on. I typically talk to you about my favorite song of the week, but to be honest, I'm still stuck up on last week's song. My girl, let me go ahead put this up. Catching Feelings by my girl Holly Bruin and the Bull. That's my joint right now. I'm definitely still rocking with that. I told you it's like a new school funk feel, and it just makes me feel good when I listen to it. And coming up next, I have another person that makes me feel good when they're around me. And I don't even need to say no homo because I'm past that. You feel me? I don't know why I even said that, but this young man that's coming up next, he's a solid brother. And I've been listening to his music all day, and it's definitely in line for the song of the week coming up next. So stay tuned here on Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin. We'll be back right after the break.
Julien Virgin.
Ladies and gentlemen, and it is now that time for us to introduce my homie. Not even just my homie, a, 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 a man that's more than an artist. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the words he speaks, this lyricist slash poet creates a living art with his smooth delivery and many flows.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to my man Idris French. Idris, what's popping, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Got you clear, homie.
What's going on? Nothing much, man. It's good to see you.
For sure, man. It's been a minute. What? Last Wednesday? You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. Too many hours.
All right, so let's go ahead and get it popping, man. Where you coming to me at? Where you sitting at right now?
Sitting on my couch in the living room.
Word. What side of town you on?
Uh, Tucker, Georgia, to be exact.
Tucker, Georgia.
Yeah.
Born and raised out there?
Actually, born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, raised in Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Okay, so you were born in Pittsburgh. When did you move to Stone Mountain?
We moved to Stone Mountain when I was 6 years old.
Okay. Was it a tough transition? I know sometimes, when you're younger and you gotta move and you moving friends, or were you old enough to like really remember them first 6 years of your life in Pitt?
Uh, Actually, I moved from South Carolina to Georgia. So, uh, moved to South Carolina when I was 3 years old. So I only spent 3 years in Pittsburgh, and then we went to spent 3 more years in South Carolina, and then came to Atlanta. But to answer your question, nah, it wasn't. It wasn't a hard transition. I didn't really like click on the friends like that. It was just like I was there. That's pretty much it.
For sure, man. So a big reason I wanted to have you on the show, man, this week is just because bro, I fuck with you, man. This is my show. I could talk what I want to talk to, I could say how I want to say it, but I fuck with you, man. Like you a real solid dude, man. You've been solid since the onset. We met at the underground, man, a safe space for artists and creatives to express themselves. It's you know a showcase that I'm the master of ceremony of, man, and you came and performed, and you really just came and became a mainstay, bro. And I think your energy just adds to the entire flow, man. So I wanted to have you on the show just so we can go a little bit more in depth about like who you are and what you do and how you get down.
Hey man, I'm here for it, man. I love that I met you. I love that I walked in the door. I love that you was the first person that I met because once me and you like crossed past the energy, I was like, yo, like this could be something special right here. And so I had to keep coming back.
For
Had
sure, man. For sure. So I I always called you. I just called you Idris. You know what I'm saying? At first it was Idris. I was getting your name wrong. You know what I'm saying? It took me a minute to get it right. But how did Idris French come about? Is that your actual last name, or like how we rocking?
Yes, that's my actual government. My pops named me.
Your pops named you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is your I've only heard you discuss your mom, man. Is your pops a part of your life?
Yeah, he is. He is, but it's no secret. Like, he wasn't there through like every walk of my life, but me and him, I made sure I made a good relationship with him as I got older because I didn't want that bad energy, you know what I mean?
For sure, man. Do you see that now that you're getting older? And how old are you, man? If you don't mind me asking.
29 years old.
29, bro. I'm 27, man. Do you see that as you getting older, like you starting to like really grow into like being more like your dad?
No, I'm better than him in many ways. I say that about anyone I looked up to is like, my elders, but my pops in particular, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have a good relationship with him because I didn't want to end up like him. You know what I mean?
For sure, for sure. That's real, man. Now you have discussed your mom, man. Like, what kind of relationship do you have with your mom? And you know, how has she inspired you?
It's the love of my life, man. Uh, the rock of my heart, like for real, and it just double back. I don't mean to say anything negative about my pops. Like I love him dearly. No one's perfect, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have a good relationship with him because I wanted to be better. Like that's all. I just wanted to be better. But back to my mom's, like yeah, like man, she inspired me in so many ways that I can't even put into words. It's like I don't know what kind of relationship you have with your moms or your pops, but it's like with your parents, it's like they can get on your last nerves. But it's like unconditional love. Like the inspiration is it comes from so many areas that I can't just point to just one place.
For sure, man. For sure. Now you said your mom's an educator, correct?
Yeah.
What does she teach?
She's actually in a administrator position, and it's she told me before like I'm not going to be able to remember the exact title,
For sure.
and if even if I did, it doesn't even make sense of what it is. But she's in a administrative position.
She up there. She got some rank.
Yeah, she got the rank.
I hear that, man. So I spent today, man, like really doing a deep dive, like into Idris French, man. I see that you dropped your first project, Left Demos, on SoundCloud back in 2016, man, and since then you've had a few more projects. But what attracted you to artistry and to hip hop specifically?
Man, it goes back to when I say I had a moment of seeing my uncle perform here in Atlanta. He had a band, and I want to say that was the moment without me knowing that I wanted to be a rapper, that I wanted to do music, that I wanted to perform in front of people. But just from like when we was at the underground, I was talking about walking the blockbuster. Like I would take those walks, and I would like I think 50 Cent G Unit was popping at that time, and I was like, yo, my name 30 Cent, and this was all like imaginary, like my imagination, and I would walk. And I'd be doing, I think 50 Cent was beefing with Fat Joe and Jadakiss, and they beef tracks was like fire. And I just be playing in my head, and I just be like coming up with words. And it's like from 12 years old, like going into like, high school, I started getting more and more serious about it little by little. So it's like, I started taking it more serious when I heard myself on wax for the first time. And like some artists, they don't like listening to themselves. I don't have that problem. I love hearing myself. It's like, yo, nah, real talk. It's like I get more like, yo, what can I do next? Like
Yeah.
what can I work on? It's like, but I listen to myself constantly. And like one of the things I didn't share my Spotify thing that everybody was sharing because I'm number one. I listen to me a lot. And I was like, I don't want to come off like that. But it's like the way I was doing it, I was going about it to the universe. Was like, yo, if I don't listen to me, why would anyone else take their time like to go listen to me? So I was like, I'm gonna put that energy out.
I respect that, bro. It's weird, and I think I could kind of fall into that trap of not listening to yourself after you put something out. It's like a weird fear or something. I used to listen to myself a lot, even like with this new platform that we're doing right now. It's seldom that I'll go back and I'll listen to these shows, but I think with what you just said right there, like you should, like I definitely should. It might be like a little fear, like like when you listen to yourself and you see that you mess up, like you're your biggest critic. I've seen it real life. Like you're your biggest critic, and it's like you want to just do it over. You don't feel good or comfortable with it, so like it's like a personal thing that you have to overcome.
Right. And
For
like
sure, man.
I was gonna say the way I approach it, it's like I'm just trying to be better. It's like I always want to be better. So it's like no one can be a tougher critic than myself. So if like you tell me you don't like something, I'm already working on what you don't like. It's because I already heard it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just see it as like going back, watching film, listening to film, like listening to yourself.
For sure, man. Now, 2016, you put out your first project. It's 2021 now. You've put out multiple singles, multiple follow-up projects, man. What has been the biggest lessons as you've been pursuing this passion for the past 5 years?
My biggest lesson was or is rather just life. Like life is going to happen. But if you're like determined to get somewhere, you have to keep going, no matter what happens. It's like no matter what life will throw at you, like you have to keep going. It's like through that time, like 2016 to right now, it's crazy to look back at like how far I've come. It's like it's crazy. It's like 2 years went by and it doesn't even feel like 2 years went by.
For
But
sure.
in those 2 years, like for me, I can say I accomplished like a lot of things. And I'm like, yeah, I was just taking it one day at a time, just a moment at a time, and doing my best to like live in the moment. But 2016 was like, I'm glad you brought up that Left Demos project. Not a lot of people can find that. It's like like that right there was definitely like a low point in my life, man. I feel like you can hear it in my music. It's like um I'm just talking about like a lot of like negative stuff like that I say like is negative. Like I know the very last song was the name of it. I can't remember the name of it right now. But I say like, yo, you can. I'm talking about the girls. Like, yo, you can leave me, like, be with somebody else. I just want you to be happy. It's like I'd never say that now, cause it's like, yo, like it's not about them. And it's like even if like I'm heartbroken, I want to take that and like turn it into a positive. So you hear it in my later music, where now it's like just you get that positive reinforcement, whether it be at the end or right there, that very like time in the middle. But my biggest lesson has been life in the whole. Like right now, like I'm just at such a peaceful place, and like I'm single, and it's like what everybody is like posting about like what they children coming into this world, which is like
Hmm.
man, or just like being married, getting married. It's like I'm getting older, and it's like just life is becoming harsher than me, and that's with people that's our age, dying. You know what I'm saying? Like that right there is like just a harsh reality. Losing people that's like mad close to you is like can't even wrap my head around it. And
For
it's like
sure.
that's why it's like life has been like the biggest lesson. It's like yo, I need to cherish it, but regardless, like continue to go after what I'm trying to get to. It's like regardless of what happens, like I gotta go. I gotta keep going.
That I think that brings me right to uh, I like to call it a wavy word of wisdom, man. Composure. You know, every time we're at the underground, I always have like a question of the day, something that I'm like cooking on, man. But you talked about your biggest lesson is that like life goes on and you got to just continue to move with it. But today we're talking about composure, man. You know, because when life does really throw you those haymakers, bro, like how do you maintain your composure? What are some things that you do in order to maintain you?
Real talk, man. I get all the way deep with you. I gotta I gotta put myself in places where I can cry, like let it out. Because I'm a uh Kai has said the other day at the underground, literally, it's past Wednesday. I'm a person that cherishes like my relationships with people. Like and I really am. Like I come off sometimes as a person that's like uh I don't want to say hard, but very closed off, but it's like I love like very strongly. I don't even have to know you. Like I got genuine love for you, and it's like if I see that you're trying, I want to try to do something to help you. And so it's just I had to go to a place and cry. Like I cried yesterday, and it was just like I keep playing in my head about like the end. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want people to be at my funeral like I don't even want my body to be shown. It's just like I want you to remember me how I was. And I told you when I looked at you, I was looking you in your eyes. It's like, yo, that right there is the light. You know what I mean? So it's like driving yesterday, man. I literally had to just cry, just let it out. I was like, because uh I mean it's something you definitely have to cherish every second, man. You just everyone. Like it sucks that we're not able to talk to everybody as much as we would like or see people as much as we like, but it's like man, yeah, yesterday I had to cry. But my go-to place is definitely like Stone Mountain Park, sitting at the top of the mountain or just on the side of the mountain where not a lot of people go. But being outside.
For sure. Independent artist Idris French joining me here on Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin. Idris, we live in Atlanta, man. There's a lot of people that that are pursuing the arts. You know, they're pursuing being an artist, being a hip hop artist, an R&B artist, man. How do you go about being different in this cesspool of so many different people pursuing the same dream?
Stay true to myself. I stay true to myself. Um, what is it? Clout chasing. I try not to do the clout chasing. I don't do the clout chasing. Like literally, like I know people that are like in position. Like I got my cousin's fiance. Like she's in position where it's like if I like you know beg, you know what I mean. It was like, but the respect I have for her, like she ain't about to just give you anything. Like you gonna have to work for it.
Facts.
So I always been a person who was like, yo, like if you in a place where I'm trying to get to, I'm gonna work my ass off so I can get there and be right there with you, and then we just like bounce ideas off each other, however. But literally, like just staying true to myself, man. I ain't trying to be nobody. I ain't trying to like make any songs to, like yo, just give me the placement. Like yo, this is what people want, so I'm gonna give me some, some women in my videos, shaking their ass. I'm gonna give me a chain that's like, right here, there's big bubbles. Like I ain't doing none of that. Like I'm me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I found this right here, just like I don't see anybody with this chain right here or necklace, whatever. But I literally found it in when I was picking up a dashiki, and I was like, yo, I like that, and I just got it. But literally just staying who I am and not changing myself for like anyone, like literally, and
For
being
sure.
being genuine, 100%.
For sure, man. I think that kind of goes back to, the question of like who is Idris French? Like if I never heard your music before, like what would I be in store for?
That's a tough question.
That is a tough one. That is a tough one. I'm trying to figure out a better way to like really word that. Like, but a lot of people, I hate when people do like the comps, like, oh, well, you could just imagine J. Cole with this guy. Like, nah, but like what can I expect when I press play on Idris French? Like what kind of journey am I gonna go on?
Well, I think you will like just take away like yo, he's like lyrical, he's actually saying something, but at the same time, I feel like I haven't even given that yet. Like to see people to see who I really am. Like, I feel like I haven't given that yet. It's like
For
because
sure.
there's so much I want to do, so much I want to do. Like with just like the instruments, like it's just I haven't given that yet.
So I'm gonna tell you this. Just we've known each other for a couple months now, man. I think my favorite song of yours is either the proper introduction or to the top.
That's the fan favorite right there, to the top.
To the top.
Yeah.
There's another one. Let me tell you what's the other one. I like the black coffee as well.
Yeah.
You perform that. You perform that live. I do like black coffee, but yeah, proper introduction. I love the beat selection. I love the way you came with it. To the top. You performed to the top like last week.
Yeah.
And it just fronted like three of us. It was only three of us, but the way you performed it, like when I heard it again, it brought me right back to that place. And I think that's why performance is so important. Because like if you watch somebody perform, it's a whole different sensory experience that you're able to enjoy, you know?
Right. 100%.
Yeah, man. What can we expect from you moving forward? It's there's a new season upon us, there's a new year upon us. What are some things that you want to get accomplished?
Well, I'm all about like making the next year better than the last. It's like that's how I set my goals, and that's how I've been able to get to the point where I'm at now. But I'm starting to work on another project. It's like I want you to be on it. It's like I got an idea where it's like I want just like to give people a different kind of feel from me. Where it's like when you listening to a whole project, I want it to be like a full body project. So I'm still in the process of like working on that, getting that together. I got a couple songs that's already done that I feel like will be like mainstream kind of hits. It's like I wasn't aiming for that, but like listen to it, it's like, yo, that shit right there.
Yeah.
I think it's like next year I wanna travel to more places and perform, whether it be in front of 3 people. It's like I do want to do that. That was a goal that I had before the pandemic happened, and so it slowed it down a tad bit. I still was able to touch the West Coast this past year, which was like a blessing. Like off of the music, like I was able to touch down there for the first time ever in my life. But moving forward, it's the same thing, just another level, the same thing.
Now, what is your music making process looking like? Like, do you have like your own home studio? Like, where do you write? Where do you record? Walk me through that.
Um, well, sometimes I may like as of recently, because the work, the job, I had to find time where I can fit in writing. So driving to work, I just work on a couple lines, like in the car driving. You shouldn't take some drive, but that's
Can
how
be like that.
that's how dedicated I am. So I'm like, yo, it is what it is. I got to get this out now. The best, my best lines, when my creative juices are flowing the best, is in the top of the day, like 6 a.m. to like 12, like at the top of the day. That's when it works best. It's like I've known that for some time, and still I haven't been able to like work within that window, which I'm aiming to do. I got a break coming up, so I will be able to do that soon. But I do have a home studio, but it's not plush. It's not plush, and if I'm going to do it different than how I did it this past year, I'm gonna have to do something different than like than playing it inside like my room. You know what I mean? Recording in my room. So uh that's my process. Like literally wherever I can get it in, I'll write. But I like going to like the Barnes and Noble. I like going to coffee shops, as you heard in Black Coffee. And shout out to Grant Park Coffee House. You got to come check it out with me one time, man. Like real talk, coffee date. Yo, King, can't hear you. One second. But Grant Park Coffee House is definitely like it's a spot that's out there in the
You got me
city.
now?
Yeah, we hear you now. We hear you now.
That's all good, man. My look like my recorder died, but it's all good. We'll make it work. Now I do notice, bro, in a lot of your music, man, you always talking about women. Like you're always talking about
Hey.
women. And there's no shame in that, man. Like how is that working for you now, man? Like, are you dating? Like you in there? Like, cause I know it's a tough balance, man. Like, where you at with it, homie?
I'm actually like I was telling you, like I'm single. I've been at peace. Like I went on a couple dates, but I'm not moving forward with anything at all. Like I don't have the desire to, just because it's a lot that goes into it, and it's like my heart is just not in it. You know what I mean? Like really taking the time out to get to know someone. It's like it's more like lust than it is like, yo, I really like you. You know what I mean? It's like I'm waiting on that time where my energy is like, yo, like I can't stop thinking about you. But as of lately, I can stop thinking about a lot of them and I can go to sleep. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm just waiting on that time. It's like whenever that time, if that time does come again, it's like, but I'm not entertaining no one. It's like here and there, like, yeah, I love women. That's true. I got a song called Since 92, and in the hook, I'm saying since 92, I've been loving women. Like, it's true. I love them. And it's not a lust thing, it's a actual love. It's like the fact that how I can break it down is like, yo, I know that all I want is just the lust part. So I'm keeping my distance. That's how much I love you.
How do you balance that lust though? Because I mean, shit, we all men, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it a buck, bro. Let's drop in jewels with Julien Virgin, bro. Like,
Yeah.
how do you balance the lust, man? Because like, yeah, like we want that grand overall picture, but then also, bro, like, you know, you want a little pleasure from time. Like, how do you balance that, man? How do you stay strong or keep your composure, as we was talking about earlier?
All right. Well, yeah, I dip and dab. And when I say that, when I say that, when I say that, I'm talking about. So I have to like, so Instagram. I try to keep Instagram as business as strictly as possible. So I try not to use it for that. If I find myself doing what I shouldn't be doing on there, I'll keep it a buck with you. I'll go ahead and download a couple dating apps. It's like just the takeaway, yeah, from like, doing what I shouldn't be doing on Instagram.
What's your app of preference?
My app preference?
Yeah, like what's your dating app preference?
Well, definitely it had to be Bumble.
Okay, that's it.
I feel like Bumble like it provides better opportunity, but it also makes more sense. Whereas like, but it's all aligned with how I move, like regardless. Where it's like, yo, like I tell women like I'll chase you, but it has to make sense. It's like, I'm not about to chase you if it don't make sense. Like you send me on this like wild ghost hunt, whatever they say. I don't know. It's like I'm gonna keep my distance because it's like, all right, like I'll call you, you don't pick up. Days go by. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like shoot you a text? It's like then you don't respond. It's like you want me to keep like doing this? It's like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's not good for my energy. But with the Bumble app, you'll swipe right, and then she'll have to swipe right as well, and y'all connect. She has 24 hours to shoot you a message first, and that's the only way y'all can communicate.
Oh, she has to shoot you the message.
Right.
The girls had to hit the guys first.
Correct.
In high school, we had this school dance. I was in student council in high school, so we created this school dance. It was called the Sadie Hawkins dance. That's where the girls asked the guy. I like that. Okay, shout out to I never been on a dating app before, so that's why I'm asking you. I was just having a conversation with somebody yesterday about dating apps, and I think their preference was Bumble.
Yeah, it actually
It's Hinge. It was a Hinge or Bumble.
You got Hinge too. Hinge, Bumble, the Black app. Black app is trash. I hate to say it, but it's trash. I went there for the black people. It's like because I want my woman to be black, but when I get there, it's like it ain't it.
They want a good representation.
But I delete all my apps though, just to throw that out there.
I'm just like, are you successful with the online dating? I've never tried it before, and I don't. I guess everybody has their own preference, but like, have you been successful with that format?
I keep it a buck with you. I feel like women probably think I waste their time. You know what I mean? Because I connect with them, and it be that I just connect with them. It's like they find out like how good of a guy I am, this and that, but it doesn't go anywhere because like my heart be in another place. So. I guess like I waste their time, but
you strike me as somebody that's like that's very kind, bro. Like I like to think of myself as very kind, and like some women don't like kind guys. What they say, good guys always finish last, right? Do you feel that energy, or I know we have a friendship, a male to male friendship, and I don't know how you interact with women. But do you have that interaction with women, or is it a different interaction?
No, it's the same. I'm exactly as advertised, is what I like to say. Yes, it's the same, man. Like I put that in one of my songs. That line right there. It's like, yo, the good guy crossed the finish line, left you all behind. The ruler still energized. It's just to show people, it's like, yo, good guys finish last. That's what they say. It's like, regardless though, like I'm gonna cross that finish line. So,
Word. I like that, man. I like that. Again, Idris French dropping jewels with Julien Virgin. Before we part ways this evening, man, I want your final thoughts. What's one thing that's been on your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit that you want to share with me?
You want to I had a conversation with you like a couple months ago. It was about the girl, the last relationship I was in, and I was like, yo, I wish I had met y'all before, like me and her like parted ways. I don't know. Do you remember me telling you that?
He was outside.
Right.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah. So it's been on my mind, it's been on my heart. It's like, yo, I'm at peace. I'm at peace, at a level of peace. It's like I literally have no ill will for her at all. It's like I still love her. And I love her in a way where it's like not like, yo, I hope we get back together. I love her where it's like I'm at peace with whatever she do. You know what I mean? It's like she can do no wrong to me. It's like what's done is done. That's in the past. It's like I'm moving forward. And I'm trying to do that in every aspect of my life. Like just find that peace in every aspect. And so her name is Kenya. It's like literally that's the last place that my heart was present. And that's how it's relevant right now, where it's like that energy that I'll be talking about, where it's like, yo, I can't stop thinking about it. I have not had that since. And it's been going on 2 years now. I haven't had it since. And I met a couple women. I've done a couple things. But I still haven't had that energy. Like your heart, it's not gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? It's like your guy can get up. Hey, even your man downstairs, I ain't want to be too, explicit. But your man downstairs ain't gonna lie to you either. If you catch my drift.
These are facts.
Like, yo, like, I'm at peace with everything, man. Like, I really just want to get to this music and just be able to impact people's lives. Like, I have a mentee that I talk to on a regular, and like I love him. You know what I mean? It's like he's 20 years old or 21 now, but he also helps me with that, making sure that I'm doing the right thing. Just because it's like I know that he looking up to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to disappoint. Is there unfair pressure that comes with that? Maybe, but I enjoy challenges. You know what I mean? It's like I stopped drinking liquor back in July. I have not been tempted. It's like I love the challenge. So it's like I'm looking for new ways to challenge myself because I want to be better. So those are a couple of my final thoughts.
Just to follow up, man, how long did it take you to get over Kenya?
Well, I don't like get over. I wouldn't say get over. You know what I mean? I would say
get to this point. How long did it take you to get to this point, or has it really taken you all of 2 years?
It's probably been longer than that. Honestly, it's probably been 3 years. It's like just because you get the small window where it's like the possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, and I won't lie to you. I still feel the possibility because it's like, yo, it's kind of like where I left my heart. It's like, how can I get my heart back? With us, like I saw that video you had posted. I saw a couple of videos today, but I saw a video you had posted by Nick Cannon, and it's like some of the things I was talking about like yesterday, just driving and crying, like, but like with me and her, we have this special bond that will forever like be present, and it's because we had the opportunity to like bring a new life into the world. You know what I mean? And with her, like I will always have that love for her, whether she has it for me or not. It's like that's not how love works in my mind. It's like, yo, you love unconditionally. You love them because you love them. You don't love them because they love you. You know what I mean? So it's like that's just I've gotten to this point now by just like being by myself, just isolation. It's like it's okay to be alone. You know what I mean? It's okay. Like all people are doing, they're just advertising. I've never been the one to buy into advertisements where it's like you got a movie that's coming out and they keep running the previews nonstop. It's like, yo, you gotta see his best movie. You go see it and it's like, yo, this trash. Like, why did I pay my money for this? And so I never bought into none of that stuff. So it's like people can advertise their relationships, marriage, babies, the money they're making, this and that. I don't buy into none of it. You know what I mean? I'm at peace with where I'm at. I know where I'm going. As I told you, we on the up and up. And so it's going to take time. Just like with everything, they tell you it's going to take time. It just took time for me to find that place with her. But I got mad love for her, like, and I got exes. You know what I mean? I don't have no like kind of love. I got love for them, but not like I got the love for her though. Because like I told you, that special bond we have.
That bond, man. Hey, well, I appreciate you being so honest with me, man, sharing that with me, bro. I really appreciate that.
Yo, I love you, Ken. What you talking about?
Man, I love you too, bro. Man, the love is real, man, and I think it's dope. The older I get, the more I'm able to like find friendships that we may not talk every day, but like that genuine connection is there. You know what I'm saying? Like that foundational piece of just like respect and admiration is there, man. And I've always appreciated that about you, man. And love the way that you work, man. And I'm thankful that you decided to join me today on Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin, bro.
Hey, man. And real talk, you can call me anytime. The feeling that I got for you is like definitely mutual, 100%. The respect mutual. It's like, but you can call me anytime, and I look forward to kicking it with you more, living this life.
For sure. And with that said, people, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and follow my man Idris French at The Real Idris French on Instagram and stream his music. He's on Tidal. He's on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple, you name it. He's there. I was listening to him on Sonos today and Tidal. Definitely just give it a listen, man. I always like to say support a hustler, for sure. Support a hustler. And with that said, this has been this episode of Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin. Again, we're 5 weeks deep with this. I think the biggest thing is just being consistent and putting out the work. You know what I'm saying? You know, I watch a lot of interviews. I consume a lot. And one thing you can't supplement is the work. The work got to get done, man. So this is what we're doing right here today. And I'm just grateful that my good brother Idris joined me today so we could, put out some more work, put out some more content. If you like what you saw today, if you enjoyed what you heard, make sure you smash that subscribe button, press like, man, drop a comment, man, and check out my website, julienvirgin.com, man. That's Julien with an E, not an A, and Virgin as in Virgin Mary. That's the hub. That's the hub. That's where things is going down. That's where it's popping. And my last and jewel with y'all, the year is winding down. I don't like to necessarily use like the top of the year as like the time where you switch up, but just know, as my dad always told me, man, things run in seasons. Things really run in seasons, and like you got to be able to change with the season. And just know you're going to have slow seasons. You're going to have fast seasons. You're going to have positive seasons. You might have some negative seasons, some challenging seasons. I don't want to say negative. I would just say challenging seasons. But you just always got to be able to just remain composed and just keep your faith in whatever it is. And just, as my boy Idris said earlier, keep moving along this journey. Object in motion stays in motion. So just keep moving, keep pushing. And maintain that positive attitude and composure no matter what life is throwing at you. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to practice what I preach on that one. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to Dropping Jewels with Julien Virgin today. It's all peace, love, and happiness. I appreciate y'all so much for just supporting a hustler. And until the next time.